Ooh, we've already got 18 people. Perfect. Let's get started, guys. So I think it's already 1:15. Hope you're all feeling well this Wednesday morning. I'm here in the studio today, so it's a lot brighter. Hopefully everyone can see. But I have realized that my socks somehow have the same color as the mat. So I hope you can still see my feet. That was a bit of a mistake. Anyway, let's get started. So welcome as usual to Owl Parks Live. Thank you everyone so much for turning up to Tone Up. Midweek, hump day, Wednesday morning. Let's get started. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Aneequa. I teach Pilates. We're going to do a lovely 30-minute stretch. Great for everything. It's great for de-stressing as well as it is for any tension that you might have in the muscles from working at home. Good for the tummy, good for the legs, good for the bones, good for absolutely everything. So it's going to be really nice, and we're going to just break it down into sections. Let's start off with alignment, which is one of the main things in Pilates. Reminder, in any injuries, go ahead and just leave them out. Leave an exercise out. If it feels a bit funny on the body, message me privately if you want to through the chat facility. And then I can always add in exercises next time for that. But as usual, I'm going to give modifications for everyone. So let's go. Let's start with feet hip distance. Hopefully you can see my feet in these camouflaged socks that I've got on. Feet hip distance, soft knees. We're going to have our hips facing forward, pelvis in neutral. So as usual from here, forward tilt, backward tilt, and find a point somewhere in the middle. Tummy button sucks all the way into the spine, which basically just means really, really hold your stomach in to help with this feeling of core engagement that we'll go into next. Shoulders relax back and down, chin parallel, and that piece of string pulling you all the way tall. And I see you will be used to this by now. Shoulders, go ahead and have a look at your hips and shoulders looking level in terms of alignment. If they're not, you can go ahead and just make any adjustments that you need to make. And you'll be surprised how as the weeks go on, these little adjustments will start to become permanent adjustments. So from there, we've done our alignment. Let's go straight into breathing, the next important thing in Pilates. And we're going to breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. And instead of breathing into the chest, we're breathing into the lower back. So let's have a go. Deep inhale through the nose, all the way into the lower back. Exhale through the mouth. We'll go again. Exhale long. Let's do 3 more. Deep inhale. And exhale long. 2 more. Fingers slide apart. Exhale. The fingers come back together. Let's do our last 2. Nice and relaxed. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Last 1. Okay. Add in the core engagement. Let's do 3 breaths with the core engage, and then we'll move on. Pelvic floor, hammock, in between the legs, pulling everything up to 100% release by a third. So that feeling, or if you feel like you're holding in your wee, that's another way of describing it. So we're keeping this feeling nice and tight, and we're going to add a deep tummy muscle engagement in at the same time. For newbies, don't worry, this will all come with time. So let's have that belt underneath the chest, or that corset pulling in to the tightest notch. So now we've gone from up to in, and we're keeping that feeling. And let's do 3 breaths there. Deep inhale. Exhale long. Keep that feeling of tightness as you exhale. 2 more. Inhale. And lift from the center. Draw the abs together on that exhale. And let's do our final one, all the way into the lower back. And it feels really strange when you're breathing properly and not just in shallow breaths into the chest like we normally do. So it takes a while to get used to. It means that we're getting more oxygen into the body. So with an alignment and breathing, let's go straight into our core mobilizations. We've done our core engagement as well. Let's go into mobilizations. Let's start with the shoulder rolls that we always do. Circles up to the ears and round. Okay. So let me just have a look, keep going with that. I'm going to check if The Parkers is here with the bad shoulder who wanted some exercises, but he's not here today. Okay, he was there on Monday. That's fine. Let's go back. This feels really, really good. Okay. From here, we're going to go into our scissor exercise with the arms. So from here, we're going to bring one arm up, the other arm down, and you're going to hold the arms at sort of shoulder height, chest level, somewhere like that. Oh, I still haven't got used to my surroundings. I'm knocking everything over. And then we're going to switch. And what we're doing here is focusing on the scapula, so the kind of upper back, upper shoulders area, moving. Feels kind of strange. Hold in the center. At least hold, don't go too quickly. Hold for at least a second in between. Getting used to the feeling of the upper back and the muscles even doing the work here. Just the arms. Really nice way to stretch out the shoulders. Let's do one more to each side. Okay, perfect. From there, let's go into a little spinal rotation. Today, let's do our old school one. We're going to have the thumbs, hands in prayer position, thumbs to the sternum. Elbows are straight. They're not falling down and they're not too high up. They're very much like this. We're keeping that core engagement. Take a really nice deep inhale into the lower back. And then exhale, twist the body. So you're twisting the torso, but keeping those hips and that navel forward facing me. Inhale back to center, exhale. So everything's twisting, the hands, the torso, but the hips stay facing forward. Inhale. Exhale, twist. You're really going to start to feel that lower back, that spine. Getting a lovely rotation. Let's do a few more. Really nice. Pilates is great to do in the mornings, actually, to get that, to get the body nice and warm for the rest of the day. Really, really helps, especially after you get out of bed. If you're feeling a bit stiff, it's good to have a nice little stretch. Okay, fab. From there, let's go into we'll do our side bend sitting. So let's go into doing our squat. And we're going to do the same one we did on Monday. So I'm going to have a squat with lateral leg raise as well. I'll show you once for those who don't remember this from Monday. We're going to have our feet slightly wider than hip distance. We're going to keep the spine straight. Hands can be sort of clasped together. Take an inhale. Exhale, you're going to sit low like this, really, really low. Keep that spine straight. You can let the knees go out a little bit, but not past the knees. So really, you're going to, sorry, not past the toes. You're going to start to feel this in the glutes and the outer thighs. From here, when you come up, we're going to do that leg raise. So we're having basically the full leg is raising up to the side and you're squeezing the glutes when you do it. So let's go again. Exhale, squat really, really low. You can feel the glutes doing the work. And then the other side, you're going to bring that leg up. We'll go again. Exhale as you squat. Inhale as you come up. Really nice. Keep going. If you have bad knees, this is an exercise where go to your own range of movement where it feels safe and it feels okay. Even with the squat, if you're just going like this, it's going to help. It helps people with knee injuries. Just don't go too far. So let's go again. And this is helping us get really, really warm. Working the glutes, working the outer thighs. Don't worry, this will be the most strenuous bit of the whole stretch. Let's go ahead and do one more to each side. You can see some lovely squats going on there. Everyone's doing a good job from what I can see. Okay, perfect. From there, we're going to go into balance. So today, the balance exercise we're going to do is, I'll show you. You're going to have both legs facing forward, hands on the hips. All we're going to do, we're basically going to combine a balance and a lunge. So from here, straight spine, folding over. You're going to engage the core, suck the belly in. Front knee is bent, back leg is straight. So you're going to start to feel that in the hamstrings and the calf of the back leg. Hold it there. And then you're just going to straighten that knee, come back up to a straight spine, Both legs are straight. And again, inhale, exhale, come up. Go again. We'll do 2 more on this leg and then we'll switch. Inhale, exhale, we're just going from a bent knee and straighten, and again the other, 1 more, and then we'll do the other side. Okay, give the legs a shake. Let's switch legs. Both feet pointing in the same direction, navel into the spine, so suck the belly in, get that core engaged. Same thing. Straighten the back leg. Bend and straighten a few times. Again. Let's do 2 more. Last one. Keep both feet flat on the mat and then give everything a shake. Let's do our little ankles and wrists at the same time. And we're going to do our usual roll downs, and then we're going to do our all fours exercises. Okay, so from here, let's go ahead, take your starting position, that starting alignment at the end of the mat, feet hip distance, shoulders relax back and down. We're going to do 2 half and 1 full. Take an inhale, exhale, tuck the chin and start to roll. Heavy arms, heavy head. Keep the knees straight, bend them if you have a bad back, as I always say. And then you're just going to hang there loose and floppy on your half roll down. Keep that belly sucked in. Keep the lower back protected, but your arms and head are floppy and loose. And then slowly, slowly keeping the chin tucked in, we're going to curl all the way back up. This is really, really enjoyable. So enjoy every minute of it. Let's go again. Inhale. Exhale, tuck the chin. Shoulders away from the ears, slowly rolling down. Bend the knees if you want to, otherwise keep them straight. Slowly, slowly come back up. And this will be the last one. So you can roll all the way down. We'll start cross-legged actually. We won't go straight into all fours. Let's do our cross-legged exercises. So rolling all the way this time. Keep the chin tucked. And then let's take a seat. So from here, let's go ahead, sit up really, really nice and tall, piece of string pulling you up. Take a look down and let's just do our little head roll. Nice and slow and gentle. Let's do 1 more to each side. Let's pull the head away from the shoulder. Inhale, exhale, look down. And then switch. Pull the head away, create space in between the head and shoulder. Okay. Well, let's do a bit of a little mermaid with our side bend. So what we're going to do is either keep your legs crossed if this is too confusing or if it hurts. Otherwise, you're going to bring one leg forward so that the foot is against the opposite thigh. The leg in the back is just bent backwards. And from this position, make sure both of your sit bones, so both the bum cheeks are firmly on the mat. And then we're going to stretch over. When you're stretching, really, really try and focus on both of the sit bones firmly on the mat rather than just lifting up, which is easily done. Hold that stretch and then switch. Making sure that you're trapped between these 2 panes of glass so you can't bend forward or back. And then let's just do 1 more to each side and then we're going to switch. Really nice, gentle stretch. Okay, let's switch. And let's do the same thing. And again. This is a really lovely exercise that I normally do on a reformer. Obviously, I don't know if anyone has done reformer Pilates before, but that's really great. It's been a while, given everything that's going on, since I've been able to use one, but there's some really lovely exercises that you can do. And it's really, really great for injuries as well. Let's do one more for each side. Lovely. Okay. From here, let's go into, let's actually do a saw, because we can have a really nice, really nice deep stretch this way. From here, if you remember the saw, arms out to either side. First, we do the twist. So the torso, hips stay forward, torso twist, and one arm goes forward, one arm goes back. Then you reach down and forward and stretch. Just go to where feels comfortable. Hold. Inhale, come back up. Arms to either side. Remember, exhale, we twist first. Twist that torso. So the arms are in a diagonal. Then bring the arm down and reach the head and arm forward. And then let's go again. Stretch, reach, bring the head all the way down. Try and reach that opposite hand. And again, really stretching forward. Okay, we're not going to do too many of those. Let's do 3 spine stretches, and then we're going to go into the all fours, as I promised. Okay, from here, sit up nice and tall. Inhale, exhale, tuck the chin. Curve the lower back, curve the spine into a C-shaped curl. And inhale, straighten up tall. So we're just getting that spine really nice and safe. Inhale, straighten up nice and tall. I'll show you from the side. Inhale. Exhale, sink into the lower back nice and safely and gently wherever it feels comfortable. Keep the chin tucked. Inhale, straighten up. Let's do one more. And then straighten up tall. Okay. So let's go. The first exercise that we're going to do is we're going to come into a downward dog. So you're going to have, raise up the hips. Try and have the feet flat on the mat. Have a nice little stretch there, get used to your downward dog. And then you're going to walk the feet. So we're going to really start to work these calves and hamstrings. Keep that navel sucked in, keep that belly sucked in so we're not hanging the belly out. Crown of the head can keep forward as you look down on the mat. And if you can see what I'm doing, I'm just walking the feet, bending one foot and then the other. Breathe, inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Okay. From there, the next thing that we're going to do, if you want to have a little rest while you watch, from here, we're going to bring the opposite knee into the opposite hand. And then you're going to hold, so you're using that core engagement to hold. And then you're going to bring that leg all the way back up. We're going to do one leg at a time. So you're bringing the knee into the hand, and then you're straightening that leg up. We're going to keep going. And you're using that core engagement. If it's too much to bring your legs up, then just remain in this position from here to here, and then out. Or you can even bring it back however feels good. So we're going to keep doing a few on that leg. Really use that core engagement. Really bring that ankle, that knee into the opposite hand. Keep going. Let's do 3 more on this leg, and then we're going to switch. So really try and keep those hips lifted. Bring that opposite knee in, and then the leg comes out. Last one. Keep breathing. Bring the knees down for a second, have a little rest, and then we're going to do the same on the other leg. Let's do 8 of them on the other leg, just so you know what you're working with. There's no surprises there. Let's do 8. So back into downward dog. Same thing. Inhale, keep that core engaged. Knee comes into the opposite hand, kick the leg out, or bring it down, whatever feels good for you today. Lovely. Keep going. Really, really nice work. This is already making me get a sweat on. Hopefully you guys are feeling it. Really straight legs. Let's do your last couple. Okay. When you've done your last one, let's come into a little brief child's pose. So knees wide, feet together, head and hands on the mat. Let's have a stretch and then we'll go into the next exercise. Stretch the fingers in front as you inhale, exhale, stretch the fingers further forward. Inhale, exhale, stretch the fingers forward. Okay. And then back up, we're going to go into cat stretch, and then we're going to do our next all fours exercise. So from here, let's come into all fours, toes propped up, crown of the head forward, inhale. As you arch, tuck the chin in, exhale, go ahead and reverse. Let's just do a few of these. Inhale, tuck the chin and arch, exhale, reverse. Let's do 3 more. Last one. Okay, final thing we're going to do here before we move on to the back, we're going to do our donkey kicks. Let's do 15 donkey kicks on each leg. So same position, you're going to have that flexed foot up, keep the back straight, and we're just going to do those pulses. You don't even have to bring the knee all the way back in, but really activate that glute. Keep the crown of the head forward so we're not crowning the neck, and we're just going to do these pulses. Kick that heel up. Feel the bum doing the work here. Keep that lower back. Keep the back as straight as possible. Keep the rest of the body as still as possible. And we're just doing those pulses. Get the glutes going. Keep breathing with it. Keep that foot flexed. Keep going, nearly there. Last 3, 2, and 1. Let's go ahead, do 15 on the other side, and then we're going to come onto our back. Let's go. Flex foot, and let's go into those pulses. Keep going. Really, really keep that foot flexed. Keep that glute activated as we're doing those pulses. Keep the rest of the body still as possible. Last 4. Perfect. Okay. So you can come straight onto your back. The first exercise we're going to do is we'll do a fairly relaxing one. So you can make sure the lower spine's flat, legs in tabletop, keep the head and neck down. Let's have our legs in tabletop, knees above hips, feet hip distance, hands on the thighs. All we're going to do, if you remember this one, take an inhale, exhale, push the hands away with the thighs and the thighs away with the hands. So you're creating this resistance, and you're going to feel the abs activated. They're drawing together. Take an inhale, just breathe and keep pushing. Keep breathing. As I always say, this is a great one that I use for my postnatal clients because it's good for ab separation. You're just pushing the knees and the hands at the same time. Make sure that lower back is nice and flat. We're just going to have a few more breaths as we hold it here. And then hug the knees for a second. Go ahead and roll them one way and then the other. We're going to do one more round of that same exercise. Okay, let's go again. Inhale, exhale, push hands, push thighs at the same time. Push, push, push. Keep breathing. Just a few more breaths here. Really, really push for that last few seconds. Okay, and then you can bring the legs down from here. Before we go into our next exercise, let's just do something with the shoulders here. So you can keep the feet down for a second, still hip distance, knees are bent, palms facing down. All we're going to do, in fact, let's bring the arms up. So we're going to have our arms up nice and high, palms facing each other. All we're going to do here is extend the fingers up towards the ceiling. Feel like those shoulders are coming forward. And then drop them back. So you're just reaching for the ceiling with the fingertips. Shoulders come up, and then we're pressing the shoulder blades back down. Really focus on the feeling of the upper back, so upper ribs pushing on the mat as you bring the shoulders back in. Inhale. Exhale, bring those shoulder blades down. Let's do 2 more. Last one. Okay. Final thing we're going to do here, before we start doing some nice cool down, we're going to just go into our double leg toe tap. So if you remember this, legs in tabletop, core engaged, lower spine flat, palms facing down. Last exercise, take an inhale, exhale, you're going to bring both legs down. They're not going to tap the mat, they're just going to remain a few inches above. Inhale, back to center, exhale, start to lower the feet down. Keep those toes pointed at all times. Inhale and exhale down. Keep breathing. Keep the lower spine flat. Keep breathing in through the nose. Exhale. If you want to challenge yourself, go ahead and come up into a bit of a crunch using the tummy muscles, not the head and neck. Otherwise, keep head and neck down. Keep going. Let's do 5 more. Last 4. Last 3. Keep that lower spine flat and pressed into the back, into the mat, I should say. Let's do last 2. Last 1. Hug the knees. Drop the knees to one side and relax now. Stretch the arms to either side. Head looks in the opposite direction of the knees. And then switch. And then switch again. Last one. Perfect. From there, let's go ahead and go into number 4. So ankle over the opposite knee. Bring that leg in and stretch and hold. Test yourself. Take an inhale. Exhale, pull that thigh even closer. Get a deeper stretch all the way from the glute down to the knee. So all the way from the bum down to the knee of the opposite leg. You're stretching and hold. Breathe into it. Enjoy that stretch. And then switch. Opposite knee now. Opposite ankle over the opposite knee. Pull that thigh in. Really, really nice and stretched. I feel like these classes are a really great way to deceptively do exercise because they're over in a flash, but you've had a really, really nice little workout and stretch. Hopefully enjoyed it as well. So I feel like these 30-minute sessions are perfect. Okay. Final thing, hip flexors, soles of the feet together. Let's have our knees open to either side. Inhale, exhale, push those knees down to the mat and wide, opening out the groin and hip flexors. Let's go. Bring the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, exhale, push the knees down, wide. Inhale. All that oxygen into the belly. Exhale, push those knees down. Final one. Exhale, push the knees down. Heavy weights on either knee, pushing them all the way down to the ground. Let's finish off there. Let's straighten the legs. Drop the feet wherever they want to go. Palms facing up now. Close the eyes. Relax. Tilt the head back. Relax the face and jaw. Bring those shoulders down away from the ears, they're relaxed. And just breathe. Inhale through the nose. Listen to the sound of the breath. You exhale. Maybe you can hear your heartbeat. Just grounding yourself now, heavy body into the mat. Feeling grateful and happy for your body that's helped you do this exercise, that you're respecting by doing these classes to keep it fit and healthy, to boost your immunity, all of these wonderful benefits that we have from exercise. As I always say, most of you have done 2 classes now this week, at least of mine, maybe even more. So you're all doing an incredible job, and I really, really hope that you keep it up. Ready to get on with your day and the rest of your week. Now, even if you don't do any more exercise, you've done good. So I'm really, really proud of yourself. Let's slowly turn to one side and slowly come up. We're going to do our final posture and alignment check to see how we're all doing after this stretch. Nice and slow. You don't want to get a head rush. And let's go. I don't even need to tell you anymore. You know this already. Hopefully it will stay in your head for the rest of your life. Feet, knees, hips, shoulders, piece of string. Tuck the belly in, up and in. The 2 things that I'll always hope that you will take away with you, up and in. Let's have the hands on the hips. Let's do those 2 ways. Let's take an inhale. Exhale up onto the toes. Use that core engagement, that sucked in belly, that balance. And lower down. Just lowering the heels, nothing else. Again. Keep those shoulders away from the ears. Relaxed. Let's do our last one. Inhale. Keep the head where it is. Just literally lowering the heels, stretching the full spine, everything getting nice and stretched for the final time. Feeling nice and long and lean. Give everything a shake. Anything a roll that needs to roll. Thank you so much, guys, again for a lovely class. I feel like I've become very attached to my Monday and Wednesday parkers. So hopefully this will continue for as long as possible. And you all have a wonderful day. I haven't put my Instagram handle in. If you're not on Instagram, if you haven't followed me yet, it is London Wellness Edit. Please do. Otherwise, you can search for the same thing on Facebook because I post the same content on there. I'm doing Pilates challenges. I'm doing other stuff. So have a look.